You know, yeah, they could kill niggas as long as they ain't come around here shooting my way. No, they had to care for what? The people. They had to care for a nation, our nation, so to speak, in theory. All right, because it's not a fact that they care for the nation, but their acts were implied as that, and their actions could back it up. They may have the zeal, but not according to knowledge, basically. Okay, but they stood up. There was the what's it, the black sheep. Okay, none of our people are willing to be the black sheep of our nation. They're just willing, whatever so-called white man say, they're just rolling with it. Okay? But as soon as a Jake gets shot, a nigga gets shot, and it's like, oh, we need to stand, you know, they need to stop shooting us. I'm tired of this and this and that. Like, you don't see why it's happening? You know? You ain't getting no respect, man. So-called white man don't respect you, man. He don't respect the children. He don't respect the women. He don't respect the man. Okay?
Like the brother was saying, you niggas, you'll celebrate, you know what I'm saying, gay rights getting passed or whatnot, and then somebody gets shot in the streets, and then you'll say, well, we need to come together for that too. But then they'll have a Juneteenth parade, and y'all niggas go shoot up the Juneteenth parade or go fight.
You get shot out to this?
Well, it got through some major fights. So, you know what I'm saying, you niggas is double-minded.
Yeah.
Because
you don't stand for nothing.
Yeah, you all over the place.
Yeah, you do what you want to do. Whatever you see is fit, you say, okay, let's go to Juneteenth parade, let's go to 420, smoke it up, and fuck these hoes, and blah, 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 and all this and that, and then turn around and be an activist in the streets, man. All right?
You can't even call them activists. You got to call them reactivists, because they just react to whatever situation is relevant.
Yeah, reactionists. They're reactionists, you know. They just go with the flow. They're easily influenced, okay, by anything, man. That's why it says a foolish man will believe every word, but a prudent man looketh well to his going, man. Okay, even when coming up into the truth, you're supposed to, everything that the apostles say, which they encourage, you're supposed to research and make sure the scripture says so, man. Okay? Unless it's something on a spiritual level, then it's up to you if you want to receive it. You know?
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust of the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be ashamed. What's the strength of Pharaoh? Who is Pharaoh in this society? That's Obama, that's your presidents. Okay? That is your pharaohs. So the strength of Pharaoh shall be your shame. Alright? That's the same person the same person that you're asking and you're clapping your hands because they're passing laws, that's the same person that's going to enact martial law on you, man. Okay? That's the same person that's going to put the chip on you. Okay? That's the same person. So your glory shall be your shame. Alright? Read that again.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
Yeah, the trust in the shadow, because y'all gonna be confused when martial law is enacted, because you trust in the police. You know, the nigga woman, she trusts in the police. Now she's starting to get handled like a nigga, man. She's starting to get punched, kicked, thrown on the ground, and she's confused. Like the nigga woman that dropped her daughter off the daycare. She was in confusion, man. At the interview, I don't know why he was you know what I'm saying? The so-called white man is racist, man. They don't like Jake. They don't like Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? They may be able to blend in and deal with you for whatever they need you, whatever purpose they need you for, but let you go and piss them off or let them have to choose a route that's a self-preservative route, they're going to throw you in the dust ASAP, man. And our people learned their habits also, man. Okay? But our people now stick with their own when stuff get real. Okay? And Isaiah the 13th chapter proves that, man. Okay? Society proves that. You might have a couple little Edomites here and there marching in the Baltimore riots and the Ferguson, but it's all Jake, man. That's all Jake marching out there, man. Because people stick with their own. And then on the other hand, all the other so-called white people are sticking with the Edomites, man. You know?
A lot of them people that was marching out there, they was paid. They was paid by George Soros, and they said Jay-Z and Beyonce paid some people to be out there too.
I think they say it came from Baltimore.
No, I'm from St. Louis.
Oh. But basically, man, you know, one people is going to stick with their own. One people shall stand up to fight against another. These people will stick out. Race is going to stick with race. I don't care how much you think America's progressed and racism is dead. It's not dead because it's not dead. You know, you can't sit here and say, oh, racism is dead when there's still racism out there. You know, you're trying to sweep it under the rug, along with slavery. But guess what? That stuff gonna boil over, man. And you ain't gonna be able to control it because the so-called white man think he can control people with his witchcraft. But Jake gonna break out of that, man. You can't control the spirit, man. Okay? It tells you that in Wisdom of Solomon. No man can retain the spirit. Basically, you can't control you. Nobody can control that spirit, man. Okay?
Like it's saying, I'm about to say, like it's saying, Genesis 49, who should rouse them up, you know?
Yeah, so yeah, somebody's gonna rouse Jake up, man. Mainly Judah, because they're the main coons of all our nationalities, man. They're the main ones with their heads up the rectum of America, man. The American way. Indoctrinated, yeah. You know? Indoctrinated deep into it too. Okay?
Verse 4, for his princes were at Zoran, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be a help nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach. The burden of the beasts of the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and the old lion, the viper and fiery flying serpent. They will carry the riches upon the shoulders of the young asses, and their treasure upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore I have cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. Now go.
Yep, so the America shall help to no purpose, because ultimately it's going to be destroyed. The Most High is against America. You niggas ain't going to be able to, you know, be on the bandwagon of the American way because it's benefiting you, you know? It's almost like, just like with celebrities, when they say celebrity speaks out on the gay marriage, basically it's a publicity stunt, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether you care about it or not, it's beneficial in this society to get on and say, I'm proud that they passed that law. You know? Now you're in front of the TV screens, the cameras.
Every camera.
You know? Make it a star you with. So that's free publicity right there. Okay?
Now go, write it before them on the table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever.
Yeah, what the so-called white man said? What do New Age niggas say? Well, that Bible was written thousands of years ago, man. It clearly said, hey, man, this is going on now. Write in the book so it could be for the time to come. That's what this Bible is written for. It's not written for like a historical. This is not the Epics of Gilgamesh. This is an actual book of history so that you can learn now, man. History repeats itself. Okay? Top scholars tell you that, man. If you don't know history, you're going to repeat it in a bad way, man. You know? And you could tell that history has a major impact thousands of years ago, but here it is. You got people learning from building a dome, from dealing with, what's this guy's name? Leonardo Leonardo da Vinci for building domes in temples, building bridges, using arcs. The arc, because they used to use a square in the doorways, so they use the arc because the arc is more stronger. You know what I'm saying? That same type of technology is used to this day, man. The same war tactics from Shaka Zulu is used to this day, where you come in full force and you flank them from both sides and you leave them with an opening. So if you leave them an opportunity to retreat, then they're not going to fight as strong. But if you circle them in and trap them in, they have no choice but to fight. So that same tactic is used in military today, man. History can be used in a good way and a bad way, man, to learn from. It's like when you deal with a dumb whore, man, a slutty woman. Once you see them traits in that woman, then you back off. Or let's say you dealt with a woman that you like and she had the features and she had the things, but you was being a nigga yourself and you treat her a certain way. Then if you run into another woman, she had them traits, you're gonna deal with her. Okay? History is important. Okay? But once you say, oh, that's a past and all that, it ain't gonna do nothing but repeat itself. Okay? Because in these times, about like 10 years ago, people say, oh yeah, slavery was the past, it's the past. But now, y'all let that slide. Now in these times, you got the so-called white man calling us racist. You know what I'm saying? With a straight face though. Like you haven't been punished for your sins. Okay? So you have no right to call anybody racist until you get your punishment for being racist. Okay?
Go ahead.
I got a preset.
And that punishment is death. You know, in case you wanted to know.
This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be have already been.
Yeah, but that's really talking about our spirits, but that's with everything. That which have been is now. Okay? Your witches and warlocks, that was then. You know, they had a little dry spot and now they're back. Okay?
And the Most High requires that which is past.
And the Most High requires that which is past.